We're at CES 2025 in Las Vegas to bring you all of the latest monitor news and information from the show. In this video, we're going to take you through what MSI had on show at their booth, including their latest OLED gaming displays, a dual mode mini LED monitor, a 600Hz refresh rate eSports gaming screen, and various other models from their modern and pro lineups. Their booth was pretty busy and popular, and so it wasn't really conducive to recording to camera while we were there. So we've come back to our hotel on the Strip to go through all of the information for you where it's nice and quiet. Let's start with their OLED monitors, and there were quite a few different models on show. There are two headline new monitors, a 27-inch with a 4K resolution and a 240Hz refresh rate, and a 27-inch with 1440p resolution but 500Hz refresh rate. Both of these are built around new QD OLED panels from Samsung's 2025 panel lineup and offer a really wide range of impressive features and specs. The 4K model is the MPG 272URX with a 3840 by 2160 4K resolution, offering a 166 ppi pixel density for an amazing picture quality and a super detailed and sharp image. A big step up, in fact, from the pixel density that we'd seen from previous 1440p panels, which offers around 111 ppi. It makes it more suitable for office and general applications, with text looking super sharp and clear, as well as, of course, for supporting 4K gaming and external devices like modern games consoles. This model has a 240Hz refresh rate to match the 32-inch 4K models already available, but now you have the option of a smaller screen size, which many people prefer. It will also include the latest DisplayPort 2.1 connectivity with top-tier UHBR20 80GB per second bandwidth speeds. That means you get an uncompressed video signal without the need for display stream compression when you upgrade to a next-gen graphics card with this connection on it. Other features for this screen will be familiar to anyone who's seen their OLED lineup over the last year or two. It's got HDMI 2.1 ports for consoles, USB-C with power delivery, a custom heatsink for a fanless design, a range of OLED care features, a 3-year warranty that includes burn and cover, and adaptive sync support for variable refresh rates. We've had some exclusive hands-on time actually with this screen over the last month or so, and we've already published a video covering our initial thoughts and some early testing ahead of the final production of this screen. You can check that out linked in the description below, where we go through the screen in a lot more detail. We'll also be featuring a full review of the screen later in Q1 as well, once its mass production has started and the firmware has been finished. So make sure to hit subscribe to stay up to date on that. MSI say that the screen should be released in late Feb at a price of $1,099. The other flagship OLED monitor on show was the MPG 272QR-X50, a 27-inch size screen again, but this time with a standard 2560 by 1440 resolution, but a very high 500Hz refresh rate. This is the highest refresh rate currently available on an OLED monitor, and it will offer amazing motion clarity and gaming experience. Of note also for this screen is again the inclusion of DisplayPort 2.1 with UHBR20 speeds for an uncompressed video signal. It is the first of their range to meet the VESA Display HDR 500 True Black tier as well, a moderate step up in brightness capabilities compared to their True Black 400 tier, which all current OLED monitors have been certified under. While it wasn't included in the original press release info that we were given, and it wasn't functioning on the sample shown at CES, MSI told us at the event that this model will also feature their new OLED Care 3.0 features. It will have the same panel protection options like taskbar detection, logo detection and so on as that were included in version 2, and the same custom heatsink and fan-free design, but they'll be adding a new motion and proximity sensor to the screen to detect when it's being used and when you move away from the screen. It will then turn the screen off to protect you against burn-in when you're not using it, and then turn it back on when you come back to the screen. MSI tell us that this will be featured moving forward on other future OLED monitors too. This model will be released in Q2 2025, likely around June time near the Computex event. They were also showing a couple of 32-inch sized OLED screens at the event. There was the MPG 321URX-W, which is a white chassis version of their existing MPG 321URX that we've already reviewed. That's got a 4K resolution, 240Hz refresh rate QD OLED panel. The only difference here really is the white colour finish. That screen is already available actually, priced at basically $1,000 US. There was also the MPG 322 URX, which is again a refresh of the MPG 321 URX that we reviewed. But this time they've added DisplayPort 2.1 connectivity to the screen with full speed UHBR20, 80 gigabits per second bandwidth. Note that the white model that we just discussed has DisplayPort 1.4 only. The power delivery for the USB-C port has also been updated slightly from 90 watts to 98 watts, but apart from that the spec and features remain unchanged. Do check out our full review of the MPG 321 URX to learn loads more about both of those 32-inch model variants and how they perform. Away from the OLED monitors, they had a few LCD screens on show too. There was the new eSports gaming monitor, the MPG 242R X60N. That's a bit of a mouthful, but that one has a smaller 24-inch screen size built around a rapid TN film LCD panel. It's got a 1920 by 1080 Full HD resolution and a very high 600Hz refresh rate. This panel then goes beyond the existing 540Hz TN film panels on the market, and it's aimed at those who want a small gaming screen for competitive situations that will offer amazing motion clarity and frame rate support. MSI tell us that initially this will be released only in China during Q2 2025, and wider release in other regions like North America and Europe is still to be determined. The other particularly interesting LCD on show was a new mini LED monitor with dual mode support. It's 27 inches in size with a rapid IPS technology panel, a 4K resolution and a 160Hz native refresh rate. Using the dual mode function, you can drop to a lower 1080p resolution, but double your refresh rate up to 320Hz if you want. That allows you to choose then between resolution and image detail or raw speed for your gaming. We've seen dual mode on a few OLED screens so far, so it's nice to see that that's being included here on traditional IPS LCDs too. What makes this model particularly interesting is that it also has a high-end mini LED backlight with 1152 local dimming zones for high-end local dimming, contrast and HDR performance, which includes certification actually under the VESA Display HDR 1000 tier with 1000 nits peak brightness. This model has a pretty unique design as well, with a white rear enclosure and a new RGB lighting design and pattern on the back. MSI are updating their gaming intelligence PC software as well to add in some new AI features, including settings which can detect the game or application that you're viewing and then auto switch the mode and settings for you without any manual intervention. That includes whether you want to auto enable the dual mode function, so you could have the software, for instance, set to run you in 4K 160 mode for certain slower games, but then switch you to 320Hz mode and perhaps then turn on things like black equalizer and other gaming settings when it detects that type of content, perhaps for some FPS games or that kind of thing. MSI tell us that this screen should be demoed in its final form at Computex later this year in May, with release during Q2 expected. They also had another dual mode monitor on show at the event, another 27-inch screen with an IPS panel, but no mini LED backlight this time. This again has a 4K resolution and 160Hz refresh rate, or a dual mode option for 1080p at 320Hz if you'd rather. This model was also showcasing those AI navigator features, including dual mode activation, and it's expected to be released in Q2 as well. Of related interest were a couple of new monitor mounting arms that MSI plan to release as a new segment. Both look very sturdy and well built and would make a nice addition to an MSI gaming monitor if you want to mount the screen instead of using the provided stand. The top end stand offered support for screen sizes up to 57 inches and a weight of 60 pounds maximum, thanks to its gas spring design. It has a VESA quick release mechanism and a full range of ergonomic adjustments and supports all of the common VESA mounting sizes. The other arm lacks the gas spring and so will be a lower cost option, supporting screens up to 49 inches in size still and 35 pounds at maximum weight. As well as all their gaming screens, MSI were showcasing their latest monitors in their Pro and Modern lineup. There was their 27-inch all-in-one PC, which has a screen with a 2560 by 1440 resolution, an IPS panel and a 100Hz refresh rate. It's got a wide range of connectivity options, including USB-C and Thunderbolt 4. There's lots of possible configurations available depending on the Intel CPU you want, but from a display point of view, it also included an integrated pop-up webcam, speakers, and a fully adjustable stand, which makes it really well suited to office and general uses. This model is available now with pricing varying depending on the PC spec that you select, but ranging up to $1,499 US. Another modern series screen on show was their new 27-inch smart monitor, featuring smart TV features including Google TV, Google Assistant and Google Cast. It offers a 3840 by 2160 4K resolution and a decent range of connectivity, including USB-C. There's also some integrated speakers which support Dolby Audio, making it a nice option if you want a screen that can be used for PC, but can also act as a hybrid TV with smart TV apps and all of the usual streaming services. This smart monitor should be launched in Q1 at a price of $499 US. They also had one model from their Pro lineup, a 27-inch sized business productivity docking monitor. This has a 2560 by 1440 resolution IPS panel and a 100Hz refresh rate. There's loads of useful features for business and productivity, including USB-C with 98 watts power delivery, a KVM switch function, integrated pop-up webcam, speakers, and daisy chain support. This model should be available now at a price of $499 US. You can find loads more information and specs on all of the screens covered in this video linked in the description below on our main website. Do let us know in the comments section below which you're most excited for, and if you're thinking of buying any of those new OLED gaming monitors released this year. We've got loads of other CES news and information coming up, so do make sure you hit subscribe to stay up to date on that. Thank you for watching, we'll catch you next time.